Good evening, everybody. Yes, this is No Cry Baby Rideshare coming back at you from a beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. The current time is 11 p.m. and it's still almost 100 degrees outside. Still hot like fire out here. All right, how are my Warriors doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. As you can see by the title of this video, should that AB5 bill for California, let's say, goes all the way through and gets signed. If I was Uber and Lyft, this is what I would do if I was those companies. First, you would be limited on how many hours you're allowed to drive every week. You would be kept under the minimum, 32, whatever their minimum amount of hours you're allowed to work. That keeps you part-time. There will be no going on and off whenever you feel like it to do those 40, 60 hours a week. Nope. You will then all become part-time employees at that point. So that'd be number one. Number two, you would get your minimum $15. There's nothing in the law that says that Uber and Lyft would be required to pay your expenses while you drive for them. So you would get your $15 an hour if that's what you want, because that's what employees get, $15 an hour. That means if you do that hour-long, 40-mile airport ride, guess what? You're going to get your $15 for that ride, and Lyft and Uber, we will keep the rest to offset the cost of having to supply unemployment benefits, any health benefits, or anything else. So you would get your $15 an hour, guaranteed. Your minimum hours of 32 or whatever it may be, and $15 an hour. So there goes any extra money that you would be making on those long, nice rides that a lot of you rely on to make that extra money. You would get your $15 an hour. 3, there would be a tier system, which means the people who have the highest ratings and the nicest cars, they will be tiered to be working a certain time of the day. You would have a schedule. You're working for us now. You work our schedule. So you would have a tier system. So the higher scheduled or the higher rated drivers with the nicer cars will get the best tier hours, I guess you could say, primetime hours and surge hours. That's what you would get to do. And then it would go down from there in the tier system. Also, number 4, your acceptance rate really doesn't count as of now with Uber and Lyft. But guess what? It will now, because we feel that you are our employees. You don't have the right to decline a ride. You have no rights to that. You have no rights to cancel a ride. Unless, it's a safety issue or other thing, then you can cancel the ride. But other than that, your cancellation rate and acceptance rate will affect your ability to drive for Uber and Lyft from now on, which means you will not be allowed to decline rides as you please. You will be forced to take all the rides that we give you, or you will face the consequences of possibly being deactivated or dropped to a lower tier, in which your shittier drivers are going to be stuck in. Okay. Number 5. Let's see, what would be number 5? Surge and primetime rates will no longer apply because you are getting your $15 an hour. So if we charge the customer a surge rate because it is busy time, then once again, that extra money goes into our pockets as Lyft and Uber to offset any costs that we might have due to the fact that you are now employees and we have to cover certain costs. So as long as we give you your $15 an hour, we will keep the rest of the ride. Number 6, which we will now shave rates off all other cities and states to offset the cost that we are incurring here in California due to this new bill being passed and supplying the employees with certain benefits. The rest of the nation will face lower rates to offset the costs, with the exception of probably New York, because they have their thing already set. Also, number 7, your vehicles will have to be inspected every 6 months at your cost, not at the cost of Uber or Lyft, but at your cost. And they will have to meet certain criteria in order to be left on the platform, which could mean that we may change the years of the vehicles that are allowed on the platform to newer cars to provide better service for our customers. And you will have to abide by those rules, because as our employee, we have the right to dictate who works for us and what kind of vehicles work for us. So we'll just stick with the number 7 as the last one for now. Maybe there might be a part 2 of more rules from Uber and Lyft should this bill be passed through. All right. Well, this is No Crybaby Rideshare as Uber and Lyft. What I would do if I was Uber and Lyft. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Throw some comments down in there for me. If we can discuss this, if this sounds like something that may happen or could very easily happen, feel free to leave your comments, and let's go from there. All right, you guys have a great night. No Crybaby Rideshare out. And remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. Nobody's going to do it for you. Good night.